And welcome back to Daily Wrap. Let's read some of your viewer comments. First, we asked you if Donald Trump should apologize for not correcting that audience member, Peter Griffin, in New Hampshire last week. Here's what some of you had to say about that. Luann says, no, Trump is not liable to apologize. He did nothing wrong. Let's stay within theme, shall we? Rose, not Rose Dawson, just Rose, said Trump has no reason to apologize about the Muslim question. He's damned if he does, damned if he don't! Exclamation point. He didn't say it! Exclamation point. And Lynn says, I don't think Trump should apologize. Everyone I know thinks Obama is a Muslim and that he purposely trying to destroy America from within. Good time to stop there and discuss, shall we? So.
She clearly has interesting friends. I mean, I don't think the everyone I know test is the way to prove something is factual. Right? But I think if we're trying to diagnose whether that is going to affect Donald's standing, we just got our answer.
We just got
the answer is no.
I know people that think he's a Muslim.
Really?
I know people who are absolutely, utterly, totally convinced he's a Muslim. And I can say no 100 times over, and they're like, he's a Muslim.
What's their proof?
And
no.
Because they believe it to be true.
When something is absurd, you don't need it to be true. You don't need proof. It's an act of faith.
Okay.
That's it's mainstream media trying to feed things down our throats. Don't you know that?
Yeah, okay. So Rush Limbaugh actually said on his show he read some things that were emailed to him over the weekend about the way people think, like you're saying. Yeah. And one was Obama saying something, or the president saying something to the effect like, the greatest sound I've ever heard is the Muslim prayer in the morning. Right? And people say, aha, see.
That's it, boom. He's a Muslim.
Why can't it be Amazing Grace? Why isn't that the greatest sound you've ever heard? Like that's the way the argument goes, right? So I get it. Anyway, producer in my ear saying, get back to the prompter. Okay. We also asked you if it's time for affirmative action to end in colleges. Mark says, quote, equal time does not exist in music, pro sports, politics, and many professions. Prejudice occurs in the workplace in a different way due to color and identity issues. Nobody's shaking your head. In an academic sense, it occurs because of motivation, poor self-image, and cultural issues in childhood education. The answer is in childhood education. Take the class out of the childhood education. Quickly, you look vexed, extremely vexed.
I'm vexed because I didn't understand the point of the commenter. Are they pro or con? Take the class out of childhood education means what?
And Tom says, quote, your comments on affirmative action failed to show how Elizabeth Warren went to college as a Native American. That's true. That's Biden's running mate. No, be fair to be prepared to defend. Please don't forget she wasn't totally honest. Who did she keep out of the system? Boom. You want to talk about Fiorina's record? Let's talk about the future vice presidential candidate for a moment, shall we? Elizabeth Warren, I'm a Native American.
She didn't lay off 30,000 people and send jobs to, come on.
She laid one off of college, apparently, because she got in as a Native American and one didn't. All it takes is one.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
I'm surprised that didn't hurt her more. Why don't people bring that up more?
I bring it up all the time. It should hurt her more.
You know what?
It absolutely should hurt her more.
And I think what the first email on this subject was about was they were trying to get to the point that it should be a meritocracy, not a class issue, not a quota system. It just should be, if you deserve to be there, if you deserve to get that, if you deserve the playing time, that's how it should be done.
If we're all born in equal footing, then okay, that makes sense. But not everybody has the same resources when they're.
Well, then Ben Carson is a perfect antidote to that argument. The guy was born in utter abject.
Sure, there are anomalies, but there are serious issues in certain areas of the country, and you have to say, when we're not funding our schools equally, just to start, when there are homes that are broken because of the prison system, because there's been targeting and
single parents.
Exactly, single parents who have to take care of 2-3 kids on $5 an hour. How are you going to be able to nurture that child?
Then switch the system and have it based on economic disparity, not racial or ethnic disparity.
I agree.
Right? Yeah. That's a healthier way to go. The idea that you can check a box because of race or ethnicity and plan hundreds of years of historic problems, and they are real and they exist, should not affect us in the present. If you want to make an argument based on economic disparity and the fact that we aren't born on a level playing field, and that it has to be meritocracy at the same time, meaning you got to get to the equal place, then maybe give a preference, that I get. Beyond that, I don't think it works.
Elizabeth Warren, why am I going Native American? I could have picked another nationality to go. I mean, no one's buying a Native American with her.
Because somebody's going to ask.
What is it, like 1/18th or something?
Exactly. 1/32, I think it was. Something to that effect.
So it makes for a great story. You can't tell. What is she going to walk around with a feather? I mean, you can't tell the difference.
It's like a stomach ailment. You can't diagnose it.
It's you just have to believe it. It is the soft tissue injury of ethnicity.
Wow, well done.
Wow.
Jay Cutler.
That's why you write for Washington
Post. Yes. Finally tonight, we asked you if you were surprised learn that military documents may have been altered regarding ISIS. James says, and we quote, "If Obama does not hear what he wants from his generals, then he says, I will take your resignation. Of course, the reports are doctrine." JK says, yes, the military has cooked the intelligence on ISIS, and the White House goes along because ISIS is being used as a proxy force to get rid of Assad in Syria. Now, please wake up to this global game of chess with our military as the pawn. I'd love to hear your comments, but we're simply out of time. Remember, if you want to weigh in on any of these issues we talk about here in the show, please go to newsmaxtv.com/comments and let us know what you think. We read them on the air. We go through them meticulously and find the most ridiculous / most compelling ones depending on how we're feeling at that particular moment. Yay or nay, that's next.